Hi everybody, welcome to Universal Soul Vibrations. This is going to be messages for fire signs around the supermoon that's going to be in Virgo this evening. Some characteristics of the Virgo folks that I've had in my life. They can be very, they are definitely perfectionists. So they can be very critical, over-analyzing. Nothing, is ever enough because they want everything perfect. They like order around them. They are very analytical folks, up in their heads quite a bit and not really good at expressing what's on their mind and their emotions. They're very hard workers, when it comes to like the job. So we're going to be looking at a full moon spread. And just a little tidbit too, the supermoon tonight is in Virgo, but we are also moving into Pisces season today. So, Pisces and Virgo are kind of at the opposite ends of the spectrum personality-wise. So there could be some interesting things coming up with the beginning of Pisces season. So let's see what you fire signs should be releasing during this supermoon in Virgo. What should fire signs be releasing? The Void. I actually love the Void card. I know it kind of looks kind of scary, but it really isn't. What should fire signs be retaining during this full moon? What should fire signs be retaining during this full moon? Peace. Which you probably gained while you were in the void. You probably gained some peace while you were in the void. What will fire signs be receiving with the supermoon in Virgo this evening? What will fire signs be receiving? Resilience. And all the fire signs that I know are very resilient folks. A lot knocks them down, but they bounce back real quick. How is the outside world affecting fire signs' life? Not in the surroundings. What should fire signs be giving to others during this moon cycle? What should fire signs be giving to others? Creation. And what's the something new that will be beginning soon for fire signs during this full moon cycle? What is something new? Balance. And what's the lesson? What is the lesson for fire signs during this moon cycle with the supermoon in Virgo? What is the lesson for fire signs? The unexpected. Expect the unexpected. Unexpected things. Lots of times we fear them, but sometimes, the unexpected brings some pretty awesome things into our lives. I'm just going to push some of these over. I use my phone, so I don't have a lot of space here. And when you think that they're all in the camera, they're not. I'm going to show them anyhow, so alrighty, let's get started. Okay, so in your first position, which is what you should be releasing and letting go of fire signs, is the void. if you look at the Void card, um, you know, she's kind of laying out in the middle of nowhere in the dark, um, just kind of resting. But the Void is that place also where we go kind of in search of our soul. Okay, we look at those the shadow sides while we're kind of in the Void. But it's also just kind of separating, detaching, and it's just a time to kind of rest and reset yourself. And it's time for you to release that. And the intention that goes with the Void card is I freely release what I no longer need. So while you're in the Void and you're looking at the shadow sides, you know, you've kind of looked to see what you need to release and what you don't. And what it says about the Void, which is the dark moon, your time to rest and reset is here. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. The Void is a time of possibility, not just darkness. There is nothing to fear in letting go of negative patterns and habits, so let go of the old. And that kind of, you know, fits very well. This is in the position of what you need to release. So, you know, the Void is telling you it's time for you to release things that no longer serve you. And let go of all the negative patterns, habits, peoples, whatever else is in you know, that are not serving you to your higher purpose, okay? So what you really need to do in the releasing spot is release all those things. While the full moon, full attractive power, gets all the publicity, the dark moon, which offers the infinite possibilities of a clean slate, is just powerful in its own way. And you know, that's kind of what we do when we kind of look at the shadow sides, because we kind of look to see what we really need to get rid of. We kind of wipe the slate clean with some things. So it's kind of starting over, you know, you're resetting yourself, wiping the slate clean and starting over again, okay? The dark moon often looks like just a darker piece of the night sky. In some cultures, the way it appears harkens back to the idea of the Void. It is a place of unknowable secrets, a state of everything and nothing, or a place to prepare or rest before moving on. To me personally, there is a relieving, restful quality about this darkest moon that allows pondering and decisions about what we can jettison before making fresh plans for the new moon, which is the next day. Okay, so the dark moon occurs right before the new moon, and then during the new moon, that's when we, you know, set our intentions, things that we want to move towards. So what you need to do is to release all those things. It's time to release. It's time to, you know, maybe you need to just stay in that Void a little bit longer, just so that you can get yourself fully reset and the slate clean, and you can move on to, you know, the next phase. What you need to retain and hold closer to you is peace. If you look at the card here, she looks like she's just very calm and very serene. And, you know, that's kind of what peace is about. Just remaining a calmness, a sereneness within your life. The intention that goes with this is I choose to create and hold peace. I allow this to ripple out into the world, okay? And peace of mind is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Refuse drama and do not freely engage with people who use drama as a weapon. Stop fighting. Allow yourself to rest for a while. When we let what we no longer need go, we make room for peace. So, you know, you're moving right along here. You're in the Void, letting go, so that you can move into this place of peace. And it's time to release, you know, anything that causes drama in your life. It just makes you very anxious. And, you know, there really is no place in peace for drama, I guess is what I want to say. And, peace can begin with a series of decisions we make. For example, we can decide we can't control everything. Shock. The ancient Greek Stoics had a great strategy here, advising a split for your issues into I can control this and I can have no control over this. And, that's when you kind of do go into peace. You just kind of let the universe kind of take over. If you look out here, we got the universe out here. It's a pretty universe out there. And kind of just we let the universe guide us when we're in a peaceful state. We aren't anxious about where we're going to go and how we're going to get there and who we're going to make happy and who we're not going to make happy. We just, stay in that nice, calm place and let life guide, let the universe and spirit, or whoever it may be, guide us along, okay? So what you will be receiving with the supermoon in Virgo is resilience, okay? If you look at the resilience card, it's showing that this man's been carrying a very heavy load on his back, carrying a lot of burdens with him. But, he always bounces back from whatever he's had to carry, okay? And, I think one of the big messages that I feel with this card is that, you shouldn't be carrying around other people's burdens. So, you're going to receive resilience with this, the ability to be strong and, the ability to say no is what I'm going to say, to some things and some people. And be more accepting of the mistakes and stuff that you've made along the way. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we learn the best lessons out of the mistakes we make. Making mistakes builds resilience. I have learned my lessons from the mistakes I have made. I stand strong, I am an adult, and I act with self-responsibility. As we stretch and expand towards our intentions, we will most likely meet resistance or wait for it. Make mistakes or fail altogether. This is where resilience, confidence, and our inner will come into play. Excuse me, I need a drink. Sorry about that. We might ask ourselves, how much do we really want what we are going for? Does what we want align with our needs and values? Okay, so it's, are you really reaching for the right things? While all of us at some time have to go through periods of imbalance and difficulty, even of suffering, it is important we learn to grow and rely on our resilience. This is true power from the inside out. Building our reserves of resilience, this ability to stand strong and bounce back, is something that has at its heart wisdom and learning taken from experience. Having resilience allows the solidity and yet the freedom to grow and to take that leap to the next level. It allows us to reach higher with a stability that makes things less risky and allows us to create with a bit more pleasure. And there's a remembrance here. Mistakes are simply information gathering. That's it, okay? That's all it is. That maybe maybe you won't do things the same way the next time. The less drama and guilt and shame you attach to them, the better. The experience of failure or mistakes is simply one of learning. That is all. Okay, so as we move around the lunar cycle and in life, we can see how things may have occurred before and that we've experienced and how to handle them. Even if we don't have direct experience, we can build resilience as an insurance policy against being devastated by the opinion of others. While someone might say something nasty about us, when we compare this to what we know to be true about ourselves, it truly is no great hurt and really just a piece of information gathering. And a piece that kind of goes along with this too is that, the part where they said when somebody says something nasty to you or does something not so nice to you, the important thing to remember is that's about them, that's not about you. And you need to be resilient in that as well. And just, saying to yourself, what's that saying? Not my circus, not my monkeys. Because that's basically, somebody's projecting their feelings and maybe their feelings of inadequacy or whatever it may be around on you. It has nothing to do with you. So just, be resilient and bounce back to that quickly. So what's surrounding you and what's surrounding you, how the world around you is affecting your life is will. Okay. And the will card, we're going to put another word with that will card. We're going to put the word free with that because we all have free will. We have free will in the choices that we make. We have free will in how we're going to do things. I mean, not all the time, but most of the time. But basically, this card is talking about I have the will to make the changes I need. So, what's affecting your life and in your surroundings right now from this card is telling me that there's some change that's occurring, okay? And you need to be resilient to the change that's coming in, whether it be within yourself, in your environment. But there's a lot of change going on that's affecting your life right now, is what this card is telling me, in your surroundings. You are in control of your own decisions in life, no one else. I talked about the free will, okay? Passion and will determine a great proportion of your success. You will persist. You possess free will, which means you should focus on yourself first and avoid placing your will over in others. Okay? Don't put your I don't want to say your life, but don't put your choices and decisions in the hands of another, okay? Will feels like a very old-fashioned concept in a modern world where it seems like everything is geared up to be as easy as possible, or there is always someone else to blame. The idea of placing our personal will persistently into something seemed quaint. When we decide we are going to change something in our lives, let's say a particularly negative pattern or bad habit, breaking the old way we do things can be difficult. The change requires a concentration of our will. We may want the change, but it is our will that insists we stay on the path to that change. So what it means, if you decide to give up something or you decide to go on a diet, it's your will that's pushing you forward to keep up with it, okay? To be willful means that you have the power and the control over your own actions, okay? So, surrounding you is some change going on, and you have to remember that you are the one that has the power control over how you act and your actions towards the changes that are occurring in your surroundings at this time, fire signs, okay? What you should be giving is creation, okay? So she's sitting here, she's got a bunch of papers, almost looks like blueprints to me. So she's creating something. She's writing out on paper the design to something, okay? And she's looking to the universe, the way I look through this, looking for the universe to help guide her. So maybe you need to be a guide to someone in the creation of whatever is changing, the new thing that's changing in your environment. And it's time to start the building blocks for that. So creation, the intention that goes with that, I am a mighty creator creatrix. It is my birthright to create. You can create your own destiny. Be industrious. Every creature on earth creates. You should welcome the process of creation. Save money and time. Have a reserve. There's a good reason for the saying, busy as a beaver. And this is the beaver moon. So, for the beaver is truly an industrious animal. Not only do they create sophisticated architecture lodges, but they change the course of rivers and waterways through strategic damming. They create new environments for themselves and other animals. Like the beaver, we too can create with industriousness and vigor. Everyone is creative, not just those who are considered to be creative, such as artists, designers, musicians, and writers. We all can be encouraged to think more creatively, to solve problems outside of square solutions, to invent new ways, and to imaginally break new trails. This moon is the moon of taking action. Our northern hemisphere ancestors at this time would be preparing for winter. They would be preserving food, preparing skins, gathering medicines, strengthening their homes if they were not nomadic, and preparing to move to better hunting grounds if they were. Anyone who didn't work hard at this time would likely suffer greatly for it when winter came. The time to take action is now, okay? So it sounds like you, I almost want to say what you need to be giving to others is, I believe that you're going, this card is saying that you need to work with others to help to create, I'm hearing a stronger, more stable foundation. That's exactly what came out. I know this card did not say anything about strong, stable foundations, but it kind of did when it talked about, the how they prepared for the winter. But that's what I'm kind of hearing, is working with others to create a strong, stable foundation. So that's what you need to be giving, is your ideas and your creativeness on how this occurs. And I also, you need to really think outside of the box on this, and how you're going to give this to others. Okay, and what is going to begin? Okay, something new that's going to begin. And we got the balance card, okay? So she's balancing this on top of her head, and all the moons are hanging off of it. She's holding the ball of light in her hands. But with the resilience card, that kind of talked about how it helps you to become more balanced with how you react to situations. So I think with you guys, with this change that's been going on in your surroundings and whatever you're going to be creating, it is going, I think that's where the foundation thing came in. It's going to be creating a more balanced life for you, is what I'm kind of feeling. The intention that goes with the balance card is, I seek and maintain healthy balance in my life. So that's also about, equal giving and receiving. Don't be giving, always being the giver, and don't be always giving the taker. So seek balance. Extremes of anything are rarely healthy or useful. There may be an overreaction that has caused the issue. Ground yourself and allow your strength to rise from there. Be aware of where the imbalances in your life are at present. Working with the lunar cycle on a regular basis. And I think when you're up here, when you've been up here in the void, kind of looking at those shadow sides, that's going to help you to be able to find where those imbalances are in your life and bring them into balance. Working with the lunar cycle on a regular basis helps us actually experience the flow and balance of nature. The moon shows us the gradual and peaceful process of waxing and waning and the phases of perfect balance within. Our bodies, our minds, and our human spirits seek balance, yet perfect balance is almost impossible to achieve. Think on this. If we try to stand on one leg and balance ourselves, no matter how good at balancing on one leg we may be, it is a kind of dance, is it not? The large and small muscle in our legs adjust to keep us upright, always moving, never perfectly still. The rest of our body is also performing a myriad of adjustments. A little to the right, a little to the left, a little to the center. The point is that balance is a process, something we can actively seek if we are wise. We need to know when we are unbalanced so we can return to homeostasis. So I think the thing that you're going to be beginning, you're gonna know more when you need to seek that balance, and I think you're gonna find that balance in finding where the peace is for you, whether it's a place, a practice that you do. Allowing ourselves a more considered and balanced view invites a true peacefulness into our lives, something that many people crave in this incredibly busy and chaotic world. Balance allows us to understand that overwhelm isn't a place we want to visit, let alone set up in a home. Okay? I think that's a pretty profound statement. Overwhelm isn't a place we want to visit, let alone set up home in. Okay, we don't want to stay in that place. We need to find that place of balance. So know when you're feeling unbalanced. That's the new thing that's going to be coming in for you. The lesson that you learned is the unexpected. Okay, and the unexpected is a bit of a mystery. They're kind of looking through it almost looks like to me it looks like, they can travel through time in that. And they don't know where they're going to land, okay? But it's okay to go on adventures and not quite know where we're going to end up, okay? I know it's not a DeLorean like Back to the Future, but that's what it looks like to me. Something unexpected is going to be coming in for you. There's going to be an unexpected lesson that you're going to learn with this moon cycle. And it's, this is all about the intention that's with this is I trust in myself and in my life. You just have to trust that no matter how well you plan, there's always room for something unexpected to occur. And you can't allow it to throw you in a tailspin when something unexpected occurs. Just go with the flow. And here's that word of resilience again. Build your resilience as rare occurrences can happen. A visitor you have not seen in a long time may re-enter your life. So they're saying someone from the past may be coming back into your life. In Old Farmer's Almanac, a blue moon was described as the third full moon in a season that has 4 full moons. The newer and now more accepted description is that a blue moon is when there are 2 full moons in 1 calendar month. Either way, it is a rare occurrence and has inspired the saying, once in a blue moon, when describing an event or behavior that only happens rarely. Okay, so there's going to be a lesson that you're going to learn from this full moon that is very unexpected and doesn't really happen that often. And it may be coming in from someone from your past. The energy and power of the blue moon can be best taken advantage of by setting intentions on these moons of things that you really want but have never felt could happen. I refer to big wishes, the almost miracle stuff we would be both delighted and surprised about if manifested. After setting blue moon intentions, though, don't sit there. That's one thing, when we set intentions, we just can't sit there and say, okay, come. You got to put things into action. You got to take the steps to move towards whatever that intention is, okay? Some of us love surprises, some of us don't. But I don't think anyone can go through life without sometimes having the unexpected happen to them. While some professions in particular, such as the military and medicine, try to plan for everything that could go wrong, life sometimes finds a way to outsmart the most through a thorough of plans. This is simply life. Although it is important for us to know where, how, and why we are traveling down a particular path, we should always make room for the expect the unexpected, okay? So your lesson is going to be something that's going to be very unexpected for you. Like I said, it could be someone coming back from the past. And it's going to be something pretty big, some type of lesson, a big lesson that you're going to learn from this one. Okay, let me pull some of the sultry cards, and then I'll pull one card for each fire sign. Which we got Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, right? Yep. Why is the void here? Why is the void here? Something that needs to be released. Okay, that's perfect with that. So the card that came out with the void card under what needs to be released is guidance. So what you learn during this period while you're in the void is going to give you guidance on how to proceed. And like I said, during the void time, we do look a lot into the shadow sides of ourselves and what we need to, it's giving you guidance on what you need to keep in your life and what you need to get rid of in your life. What you need to let go of. Why this piece here? this one wants to come out. Because peace is going to give you balance, okay? And we got balance over here. So, you know, we're seeing the balance thing twice. So, you need to pay attention to that balance message because something's out of balance right now, and you need to figure out a way to get it back into balance, okay? And peace is the thing that kind of keeps you balanced. So try to get yourself into that place of peace. Why is resilience here is what fire signs will be receiving. Believe is with resilience. Okay, so you have to believe that when, you know, you're carrying large burdens and stuff, that things are going to get better. Don't let yourself get stuck into that place of carrying that burden or carrying other people's burdens, okay? You just have to believe that you're going to be able to bounce back. Why is Willow here? For the surroundings. Why is Willow here for a weapon? Is affecting fire signs life during this. Okay, Will is here. What's on Will is adventure, okay? So, what's affecting your life, what we talked about, Will, is about change. But this change is going to send you on an adventure, okay? And look at it as an adventure. Don't look at it as, you know, a panicky thing and, oh my God, what am I going to do? You know, think of it as a scavenger hunt almost, I'm kind of hearing here. You're going on a new adventure, with the changes that are around you currently. Why is creation here? Okay, so the creation card, that card that came up with that is to heal the heart and spirit, okay? And this is actually in the spot of giving what you should be giving to others. So maybe there is someone in your surroundings that, you kind of need to heal some things with. And if you look at the colors on this card, you know, you got purple and you got green. Green is the heart chakra, and purple is the third eye chakra. So, you know, trust your intuition on how to approach the situation with what needs to be healed in the heart and spirit. But you need to be giving healing to others, whoever that other may be. Why is the balance card here as something new that will begin soon? Okay, the balance card is the card that came up is inner voice, okay? And when I talked about the balance card, I talked about it being important that you know when things are unbalanced. So this is telling you to listen to your inner voice when it's telling you that you know, you're not balanced. And you're going to be able to do that. That's the new thing that's coming in for you. And why is the unexpected here as the lesson? Why is the unexpected here as the lesson for fire signs? Supermoon, Virgo. Well, this card came out first and I didn't feel like it belonged, and it now just flew out of the deck. So under the unexpected, we got treat yourself. So maybe that's the unexpected thing. Maybe something's coming in that, you know, your lesson is about to be kinder to yourself, to be, you know, I'm going to pull another card with this too, to not feel guilty when you do things for yourself. And that could be a very unexpected thing for you, fire signs. And the other card we got is prosperity. and possibilities. So there's going to be, you know, prosperity is, you know, when things are growing in our life. There's going to be a lot of possibilities that are going to come out of this unexpected event that's going to be, you know, that's your lesson, is something unexpected. So there's going to be a lot of possibilities that are going to grow out of this that, you know, you can prosper from. I'm going to pull one card for Aries message. What is Aries message for this full supermoon in Virgo? What is Aries message for the supermoon in Virgo? We got patience, Aries. Now, I have an Aries child, and I can tell you right now, she is not the most patient person in the world, okay? So, Aries, during this supermoon, full moon cycle here in Virgo, you're asking to learn patience, okay? You know, she's holding her balloon and she's just standing there looking out into the universe, waiting. She's waiting. She's being very patient, waiting for what's coming in. You know, my Aries wants things to happen yesterday. And this card also talks about taking your time and enjoying the journey of life and enjoying whatever this unexpected thing is that's going to come in. I keep hearing, don't look at it as like a big obstacle. It's not this unexpected thing that's coming in for you, fire signs. Okay? But just enjoy the journey, not just the destination, okay? I think a lot of us do that. We're so busy looking to the destination that we don't experience anything in between where we started and that destination that we get to, okay? So they're asking you to do that. The time has come to learn patience and avoid the lure of instant gratification. Slow down, and you know, we're in a time absolutely of instant gratification. Slow down, take your time. Things are happening, you just can't see it. Be loving and patient with your body. Patience is a kind of faith in foreseeing. We might see the seed, but we foresee the flower. We might see the books on the table, but we foresee the degree at the end if we read them. If we think physically, we might feel the pain of a hard workout, but foresee and have faith in the muscle and fitness level we will build. Patience is a way of experiencing the process of fruition. Okay? So when we have patience and enjoy the journey, we can really appreciate the final result more. Okay? So that's for Aries, and I'm going to pull one sultry card to go with it. I'm like, how many fell out? 3? Where'd that other one go? I'm always losing cards here. I'm going to take them. Okay. I just don't know where the other one went. It kind of flew away. Okay, so 2 of the cards that came out with this, and I'm sure that one that flew away was like the main message. I just don't know where it went. So with patience, okay, there's going to be new growth, and you're going to find something that you're much more passionate about. Something that gives you a lot of passion. Maybe just a new passion for life in general. I don't know where that 3rd card went. Sometimes they fly away and you can't find them. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I found it. Ah, ha, ha. And no wonder I couldn't find it. Do y'all want to know what it is, Aries? Because this is your card. Here you go. I don't think I need to say anything more about that. Nice, Aries. All right, who do we got next? Aries, Leo. I always want to put Libra in this group, and I know they're not have any fire qualities. What is the message for Leo during this? Sorry about that. I had a knock at the door and had to go. This is a card for Leo. What is the message for Leo? And you got sovereignty, okay? And this is actually the Queen of the Moon. So 41. So the intention that goes with this is that you reign over my own realm, okay? So what it's, you have sovereignty over your own life. Act with grace and confidence. You have the ability to unite disparate people and views should you choose to do so. The buck stops with you. You are powerful and act like it. And I'm not even going to read any more out of this because I think that's the main message for you, Leo, is that you are powerful and you need to start acting like it, okay? And you need to step into your own power. What is the message? Why is the 70 card here for the Leos? Why is the 70 here for Leos? Okay, so you're kind of stuck. All right, that's what the Soul Trees is saying. You're not quite sure how to step into your own power at this point. But that is your main message, that you need to figure out how to get there. And then Sagittarius, you got assessing. And like I had this card in another reading, and you know, assessing is all about kind of being the observer and checking out what's going on around you. So for you, it's time for you to kind of be that observer in your life, and you know, take action when you feel it's needed. And the message that comes, the intention is, I am enjoying moving and choosing, okay? So, you know, it's basically looking at what's going on and then making your choices from that. But it's definitely time for you to be the observer, Sagittarius, so that you can figure out what you want to do with this unexpected thing that's coming in. And by observing and choosing, everything's going to have a purpose. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed the readings, and sorry about the big pause. I had to go answer the door. Have a great supermoon tonight.